What is up, everybody? Welcome back. I know we're going back to Footfall, but first I'm gonna go ahead and check out some places where I want to put up some mining things. Apologies for disturbing you, Lord Captain. I just thought we should know the Lady Navigator safely guided the ship out of the warp's hold and left the Sanctum Navis, but instead of going to her chambers, usually she headed for yours. Perhaps you'll want preferred at this meeting. Oh my. Giggity giggity goo goo goo. What are you in my chambers for there, girl? Greetings, Lord Captain. I meant to inform you that our journey through the warp went well. My navigator's gaze pierced the light of the Astronomicon, but beyond the tumultuous waves of the Sea of Souls, albeit with some difficulty. The crew and the master helmsman conducted themselves adequately. My instructions during the jump helped them find their focus and guide the ship without any serious incidents. I never doubted your abilities as navigator, Lady Cassia. My crew is fortunate to have you. Cassie's expression changes suddenly and she gives a reserved nod. It pleases me to hear this, Lord Captain. I'm equally... Oh, there's somebody outside my window. That was terrifying. I'm equally satisfied with the manner of command. They're at their house, but I was like, what the heck? Reaching awkwardly, Cassie glances around into the study. I see you have many compelling works of art here, but a few fresh paintings. I, for one, do enjoy passing what little spare time I have with a brush in hand. Why, just recently I created a beautiful voidscape inspired by our travels together. I cannot show it to you quite yet, as it still exists in my mind, but the imagery, if you could only see. I quite understand it. I did take note of your unique elegance of your works back on Yrk 5. I am certain your latest piece will be just as breathtaking. Thank you, Lord Captain. Your gratifying sincerity is breathed in the light of a rising sun. If such is your wish, I will show you my work when it is complete. Her furtive smile speaks louder than her polite nod. One other thing I mean to tell you is that I am quite well read and that my knowledge is not limited to the navigator's craft. I am versed with many other scholarly fields, such as the centenary history of the Calixtus sector or Cassia shrugs awkward. The navigators are taught to familiarize themselves with the warp from childhood. Should you require my help, that is to say my counsel, my knowledge is extensive. Please do not hesitate to ask. She fiddles with the lock of her hair while still proudly holding her chin high and avoiding her gaze at the same time. Oh my. You do not need, I don't know if this was, you do not need to prove your worth to me, Cassia. With each passing day, I learn about new sides of you, and you amaze me every time. You're too kind, Lord Captain. She looks away before she does. You catch a strange fleeting expression on her face. Could it be joy? I apologize, but I at least must be distracting you from important matters. With this, please permit me to leave your presence, Lord Captain. She gives a courteous nod, gracefully picks up her cloak, and takes her leave. We don't, so Cassia's the one that you don't want to press too much, because she's like, nobility, blah, blah, blah. But then, Jai is definitely the one you want to press, it seems, and chase. And then I don't know about the Elderai, and I'm sure you can do the Sister of Battle too. Now where's she at? She's down here. Awesome. Hey yo girl, let's chat. Yrliet sits her surrounding like the Janesian jungle tree in the garden of manicured topiary, unsettled beauty and alluring otherness. In her posture, her gestures, her piercing stare radiate from the Elderai. Started tapping the first voyage. Crew worshipping the falls above the rumors about Xenos strategy sector. Oh my. I've been mulling over a conversation and I can't understand why you do not like people, but I think there's something else, something I cannot understand.
What do I see? Your words
We've already done
with
this.
it. You and I, Elantak, look at this world in very different ways.
Yeah, we already did that. Strange blast with things
And
when they started
I see
happening in
many
Void
more
Wars. The crew whispering that might be the reason. Is this true?
The minions of She Who Thirsts could sense my soul behind the thick walls and thin veil that separate your fragile lives from the roiling fury outside. Child of Asurian that dare to wander beyond the veil, within the reach of an outstretched claw, protected only by the barrier of unreliable monkey technology. It is too tempting a quarry for the monsters that serve Cylon Thresh. Our ships never venture beyond the veil, and I never traveled the way you do, monkey. Elantak, I admit this was a novel experience. I lost composure, let dismay into my heart, and almost strayed from the path. This moment of hesitation drew the attention of She Who Thirsts, but I summoned my will and used the knowledge of meditation to achieve balance. and hide my soul behind an impenetrable wall of resolve. Future journeys beyond the Veil will still be difficult, but I will steel my heart and not let the hounds of Cylon Thresh pick up my scent ever again.
Footfall is abuzz with rumors about Xenos ravaging the sector. Do you think it could be your kin from Kudarok?
Is that snake venom seeping from your lips? We, the children of Azurian, are no strangers to the art of war. We are not raiders, or butchers, or least of all, fools. When a craft world is beset by calamity, its inhabitants do not start a war with every monkey in the sector. If you are looking for enemies, look for them elsewhere.
What happened to your homeworld?
It is a mystery as inscrutable as the sigh of the last immortal, as deep as the waters of a dark ocean. And I can tell you little, for I was far away, on a mission with my unit. We returned at the appointed hour, but we did not find Kudarok in its celestial harbor. It happened many turns ago, or standard years, as you say. But I remember that moment as if it happened this very day. The memory of a loss is always stronger than the memory of a gain, especially when you lose something as significant as a home, or an entire world. We searched, we called out, we looked everywhere, but we saw only emptiness and the echo of calamity. Countless days passed before I found myself on the Lilithon and met some of my kin. Those refugees who had barely managed to reach our ancestral planet. Their stories were far from being the fruit of truth I so badly craved. Those who agreed to talk to me were few, for most saw me as a wayward daughter who had spurned the honorable paths. And they would not stop babbling about a terrible disease that spread black tendrils of pain over the paths of the Infinity Circuit and deadened our world one segment after another. The ones who survived fled in fear and wandered between the stars, until the Lilithon's warm light reached out to some of them. Some, like Muaran, lay the blame entirely on Monkey. However, I do not know the truth, but I hope, I desperately hope and pray to the gods that someday it will be revealed to me.
What is an infinity circuit?
Is idle curiosity a defining feature of the Monkey? Or are you trying to learn about the weaknesses of my people so you can destroy another world of the children of Azurian? Forgive me, Elentark, but I am not ready to immerse you in the font of my people's deepest mysteries.
What was your world like before it fell?
Kudarok cannot be described in your language. It can only be sung, encased in a filigree of sounds, a melody as complex and delicate as the Infinity Circuit, its energy network. It can be seen in the golden hues of sunlight, felt in the breath of celestial winds. Though it was an artificial world, it was just as alive as any real planet. But I must see clearly, not only light, but also shadows. I yearn to remember only Kudarok's beauty, but it had a dark side too. My world was isolated for too long. Like a lake of stagnant water, there was no movement or renewal, and even the sweetest outbursts of life soon turned fetid. Who knows? Who knows? Had there been no stagnation, had our elders not been so blind in their dogmatism and our youths not lacking in courage, then perhaps Kudarok would still be alive even now?
How do you craft worlds even work?
Is idle curiosity a defining
We've been
feature
through
of
this
the
already.
Monkey?
What can you tell me about the history of the
Or are you
Elder Eye?
I am afraid your life is too fleeting, and your memory too feeble to encompass the entirety of my knowledge. My people ruled the stars when yours did not even have a name. But many of our songs and stories were lost, stolen by she who thirsts. I can tell you the children of Asuryan lived, created, caressed the stars as if they were pearls on a string, until Cylon Thresh smothered our empire in her terrifying embrace. Different branches of the Eldari chose different paths to salvation. My ancestors chose an eternal journey through the starry void, living on craft worlds instead of real planets. We rescued countless wonders from the days before, but far from all. You saw this on the Lilithan. Not even we can always master the gates our ancient ones built. This is the story of the Asuryan. There are branches that chose a different path, gruesome and frightening. But I do not wish to tell you about them. That is our dark side. Just as your kin have many dark sides of their own.
You keep mentioning She Who Thirsts. What can you tell me about her?
Why ask this question? Is it idle curiosity, or something else? Do not turn your thoughts towards Cylon Thresh, whatever your motive. She is downfall. She is hunger. She is the enemy of all that is good in the universe. She is an enemy to the Eldari. And I hope to you as well.
The Chaos Gods are the enemies of the Imperium, which means they are my enemies. You can be sure of that.
We are as different as starlight and its reflection in a muddy puddle. But we share a common enemy. Constancy is our strength.
I've learned what I wanted to know. You have my gratitude.
As you wish, Elontark.
What gift did an Alderai give to someone they liked?
Our species are too different from one another. What touches our souls is unlikely to make a significant impression on your kind. Just as I find your concept of offering material gifts to be clumsy and primitive.
Allow me to ask you for a few personal questions.
What do you wish to talk about?
How did you come to be on Janus?
The children of Asuryan sought shelter on the Lilithan after the demise of our craft world, our Cruderak. I arrived later, looking for traces of my kin and hoping to learn the fate of my world. They witnessed the baneful ignorance of your breed and began to weave a web of their own intrigues in which I played the role of Vistenza Viat's aide. And then you appeared.
Tell me about yourself. Who were you before you came to Janus?
I followed my path. Do you know what a path is to the children of Asuryan? It is more than a chosen, what do you call it, craft. The path is how each of us moves through the labyrinth of existence, inside and out, in life and in spirit. It is both a journey and a fortress. It protects us from she who thirsts. To stray from the path is to fall into her dark embrace. The first path I walked was the path of awakening. It granted me the ability not merely to look, but to see, and to take notice of what I saw. My second path could have been that of a warrior, but I chose differently. For the ability to see called me beyond the boundaries of my homeworld. Though not everyone was pleased by this decision, I stepped onto the path of the outcast. I gained the freedom to choose, to question, to doubt where the others merely bow before the wisdom of a Farseer who dictates the will of destiny. And I will follow my path until I reach its pinnacle.
What is it like for you being on my ship?
It feels like I am in the belly of a bird with steel wings. Cold and unliving, but stubbornly blazing through the dark. It lacks life with its light and beauty, but although your vessel cannot even remotely be compared to a craft world, I feel strangely satisfied. We, the Asuryan, are born and dwell on craft worlds. To find myself on a moving world again, even one such as yours, is a source of much joy.
Thank you.
The words of truth sound like music. This is what our people say.
Tell me about your kin and your homeworld.
I refuse to discuss this with a monkey. We are but traveling companions who happen to be following the same road among the stars. Do not even try to get under my skin. It will not work.
Am I still unworthy of discussing your world and your kin? What do you think is happening on Janus right now?
The Lilithon is purifying herself of the corruption brought by the servants of Cylon Thrash. Gardens and birds, animals and people. Many are gone forever, and even more are corrupted beyond healing. But the Lilithon is stronger. This world will live. My kin are probably still looking for a means to enter the webway. May the Lilithon spirit aid them in this endeavor. Beyond the gate lies salvation, and perhaps even knowledge about the fate of Kruderok and the remaining survivors.
Why did you agree to join me? It is not strange for an Alderaid to be following a human.
The outcasts my path led me to had a saying. Let me translate it for you. If you fall off a cliff, grab the roots and do not ask if they belong to a weed or a noble rosebush. You are the root I grabbed, Ilantak, because I fell off a cliff. My homeworld is gone. My kin are either dead or hiding no one knows where. By joining forces with you, I may be able to nurture a seedling of the truth I so deeply yearn for.
Must take my leave. All right. Good talk. Let us dip and go back to what we were doing. Setting up these extractors. If I've already set them up, I'm gonna cry. Okay, I have not. Just trying to make sure we have enough stuff, you know? Alright, let's go back out. Oh, also, let's see what she's good at. 30, 55, 35, 30, 45, 90. Knew she'd be good at something. Good, good, good. Okay. Well. Our captain received reports about malfunctions among the various ship systems. This time we're dealing with inexplicable temperature fluctuations. Thermal control failures were observed not only in the individual compartments, but even in soldier's protective equipment. Still, crew members have suffered from burns and frostbite. The protect priests are performing the rites of the machine spirit. Investigation remains convinced that the issues are caused by the spirit's obstinacy and defiance. The reports claim the incidents from well within the scope of the parameters over the last few days. Complaints about the manufacturing thermal controls have dwindled, but the crew members have started whispering that our vessel's haunted protect priest assurances. The only machine spirit's tempers are to blame and have nothing to do to dissuade these ridiculous rumors. Of course. I wish you could tell if you were doing... I know we're doing these because we've already done them. Brainstorming in the sound of officer reports, hum of mechanisms, and buzz of servo engines. Nice. A flame of red hair. Always something. Welcome back. You posed a question to me not long ago, Owlcat, and now I'm here to present you with an answer. With fluid grace, Yrliet emerges from the shadows of the captain's bridge. Her face seems to glow under the lumen light, her expression slightly more pensive than usual. You have my complete attention. You listen closely to my answer, Owlcat. You may struggle to comprehend what is to be said, but being accustomed to revealing or reveling in your own might and skewing the world to suit yourself. Pitch your understanding not towards my words, but the sense that lies hidden in the shade of their sounds. She closes her eyes and her words unfurling slowly and melodically. You try to split the world into pieces to fragment it into light and dark, truth and lies, self and other, but I see the world as a single whole, and in these lies and simplicity and complexity. It's not enough simply to see the world and hear its voices, you must understand it. Think of Leviathan, the word on which our paths crossed. What is truly, what is its essence? The Leviathan's magnificence comes not from the green of its vast forts or the depths of its water, its beauty is in the word, in the way it dances on the tongue. And even you, Owlcat, can sense it. Try and say the word slowly, delicately, casting aside all strayed thoughts. Feel perhaps then You will see. Close your eyes and your mind and speak the word. Leviathan. The world fades around you, and your perception instantly narrows, coming to a single point of focus on the tip of your tongue, Lee. Your tongue delicately tickles the roof of your mouth, and the sound slips along your throat with incredible silkiness, warming it as it goes like a sip of fresh recalf. Lie. The tip of your tongue touches the same place again, and the air softly rushes from your chest, like the sound of the susurration of leaves and wind weaves through a forest canopy fan. Your tongue taps your front teeth, and a gentle vibration spreads through your body, sending a shiver along your spine. Guarded interest gleams in Yrliet's eyes when your gaze meets again. I think I'm beginning to understand. Your words are sincere, Yrliet, and perhaps you're capable of seeing more than you do now. Instead of the lifeless clamor of monstrous mechanisms, the roar of engines, and the discordant voices of your followers, I hear and attend to silence. It arises in moments of spiritual serenity, and in that stillness we become witnesses to the transformations of our own inner world. Monkey lives pass so swiftly, you rush through them for the sake of the chosen goal, but thoughts of transience and loss frighten you, and so you drive away such thoughts and drown yourselves in the daily tumult. But it is fleeting moments which enter our lives and quickly vanish from them that the soul's fortress grows, a moment blooming, an hour was wilting. The splendor of each lies in its ephemerality. So too the memories of those who have left our side and no longer walk the path with us. And in you, Yrliet, I see much more than the other monkey. Your true essence lies in your will, which is capable of changing the world around you and within you. It lies in your ability to create and understand your creation, and your ability to destroy it lies in what your kin's minds cannot grasp, where the primitive sight cannot behold. I can't, but I can see it. I never expected to hear say such things in reference to me. I'm not speaking truth, Yrliet. However, I ask you not to make the mistake typical of your kind. My words contain no insinuation or any call for you to act. Your soul shines brightly in this world. I see you, and this will never change. That is all. Thank you for telling me how you see the world. What do you make of it, Yrliet? How differently do you see the world? I see something that greater in the world around me, something deeper than the other guise of things. And what does that mean? You let all our attention focus on your words. I see the uniqueness of every creature, everything, and it pleases me. I can follow your line of thoughts, Yrliet. Every form, color, creature, and every being possesses its own charm and capacity to stir our emotions. Millions of stars in the darkness, the imitability of void crystals, the plethora of intelligent and primitive life forms that inhabit the galaxy, the world manifests itself in endless diversity, and in that lies its true magnificence. She says nothing for a time, silently watching you from under the half-lowered lids. Now that we've shared our truth about this world, I would like to know if your thoughts about me align with those of your kill and talk, or if you see me differently. Before you world. To me, you are a foreign yet beguiling world, Yrliet. I hope that one day I will come to know you, and on that day my own world will become much deeper. She goes still looks at you intently as if seeing you for the first time. It seems that there are many facets of your soul that I have not considered, Yrliet. Interesting. I accept your answer and thank you for speaking with me. This is the first conversation on board this vessel that is truly about serenity and joy to my soul. Yay! Victory to us! Now, can we please do what we were doing? I guess if we get that one, we might not be capable of getting negative experiences while warp traveling. Your lordship, there are alarming reports coming from Janus. A number of strange mutations have been spotted among the population in a remote agri complex, aside from the obvious disfigurement and the subsequent strange these mutants, called wretches, but the rest of the colonists are coming together to practice a primitive form of religion involving ritual worship of the land. Whether they display no disobedience or hostility, their very existence is concerning. Janus nobility humbly await your decision. What do you know about these wretches? Their mutations cause the loss of skin pigment and the shedding of hair. Their eyes have some started developing a necessitating membrane similar to that of reptiles. Others succumb to progressive atrophy of the larynx, causing the loss of human speech. At the same time, their tendons become denser and more elastic, providing increased endurance and load resistance. The wretches are commonly ostracized due to their grotesque appearance. There haven't been too many cases of mob justice yet, but they will become more commonplace after their mutations deformities become more obvious. The wretches tend to form groups with similarly affected people. Their average level of intellect is low. They belong to the labor caste. They communicate among themselves using primitive vernacular of their own invention. As for their barbaric religion, they are defying both the soil and Janus itself. To them, working in agri complex is a form of worship, which is now a positive impact on productivity. What do my advisors say? I saw your just picked readings. These signs our monkey leave behind. Their idols. I cannot deny a pathetic, though extremely abstract connection to the symbols of my people. Their guttural prayers echo the sounds of the children's Assyrian speech. The probability of them having come into such close contact with their own civilization is not in existence, yet they are somehow still connected. Protect these people, resettle them to the distant abodes where they not be harmed for their peculiarities, and keep watch. Someday the truth may be revealed. The blessed sanction of the Imperium does not grace these mutants, but nor does it declare their existence anathema. Should we sentence them to further study? They are mutants whose existence is fully sanctioned, since the Ogrins, the Ratlings, the Pariahs, the Peligers, the Felons, or the Troths. Our library had many treaties on the Generator's craft, and I can impart some of that knowledge to your servants. It's purely theoretical, of course. The mutation has not been properly studied and is missing from the catalog. I'm not registering a basis for delaying the commencement of immediate genetic purification. I recommend launching a thorough investigation to the genetic makeup of this forbidden strain. Resettle them. Take the required investigation researching. Features to be studied. Let's go with resettle them into separate agri complexes where the crowds will not tear them apart. We will study them. The failures of 1K have been touched by something wondrous. Mutants resettled to the additional agri complexes, and their unorthodox experience will not put them in danger from being massacred by serfs. The mutants were put under surveillance. One of the watchmen spotted a mysterious relic in the hands of the group's wretches, and it turned out to be an item of Xeno origin. It's unlikely that the mutants understood the nature of the object they worshipped. Woohoo! Wait. Oh, this is something. The thing finished building. I was like, wait, what? Did I do anything here now? No. What do I need? Profit factor. Mechanisms. Rep. Efficiency. Phlogiston. Okay, interesting. Can't do any of that right now. Janus can literally do only this. Need chemicals, rep, mechanisms, phlogiston. Sure, let's do this. Legend has that the House Winter Scale holds the secrets of gas factoriums, workshops, and tons of organic raw materials pass through the fermentation vats, hot rollers, and pressure exhaust to yield valuable chemicals. This secret technology can enable Janus to produce enormous volumes of promethium. However, only the most skillful and highest paid smugglers will be up to the task of stealing the treasure. Beautiful. Okay. Let's get out of here. We gotta visit this just to see if we've set up extractums on this. I think we have, but I don't know. It appears we have. I think that's what that means. Yes. Okay. Great. Back out. It's gonna be a process getting over to Footfall, apparently, guys. Furibundus, away! Oh God, what's happened now? Huh? Hello? I love you. A pungent animal sent hits your nose, a huge predator materializing out of nowhere in the middle of your chambers and studies you with an unblinking gaze. Cautiously look around. You see nothing to indicate where this strange new werewolves come from. What about this person? The animal tracks your every move. Something about you seems to have captured its attention. You may think you have an idea. That's a good pet. The beast tentatively flexes its tail. Sit there, Soraka. Be a good girl. Oh, you two have already met, Shireen. Is this your pet? I want one. She is for you, Shireen, a gift from me. Generous hearts do not hide their feelings, but shower their nearest and dearest with gifts. I don't deny it. Choosing a gift for the rogue trader would be easy, but I tried my best. Do you like her? Why would you give me a Lasrix? Can you think of a better gift pet for a rogue trader? Lasraxes are fearsome, strong, and proud creatures, just like you. You will strike the awe in the hearts of your guests when they see you have tamed so wild and dangerous a creature. And if anyone ever misbehaves, you can always feed them to the Lasrix, and it will be most impressive. Admit it. It's a magnificent accessory. Where'd you get her? I hired hunters to catch a suitable beast in the jungles of Janus. She cost me 7 times what she weighs, but the Exalted One does not send us friends so we can be stingy with our affections, does he? Is she house trained? She's a fast learner, Jay is suddenly cagey. I've already taught her a command, don't eat. What is her name? I like the name Sirocco. It is the name of a deadly wind that originates in the hottest distance of Free, but you are her owner, so you should name her. Sirocco it is. Excellent. A proud animal deserves a proud name. Knowledgeable people will hear the name and feel even greater respect for the one who has leashed this force of nature. Thank you for the gift. I knew you'd approve, Shireen. She claps her hands loudly, and the animal whips around at the noise with predatory interest. I think will be shown off to her best advantage next to your throne. What? That's awesome. We gotta go see my new puppy. Gotta go see my new... Hello. Fascinating, delicately smelling flower from the agri world. Janus is but one symbol of the rescue of the planet from the clutches of the worshippers. Oh, that's new. Wait a minute. Were all these here before? The hideous head of the sealed devil destroyed by the rogue trader aboard a corrupted void ship. No, they weren't. The Mask of Aurora, the prophet of the archenemy who foretold the final dawn. That's cool. We got like a trophy room. That's sick. We're gonna finish up what I wanted to do before we end this episode, by the way. Where's my puppy? This way. Oh my god. I love you. Now, back to what I was doing. Furibundus. It's apparently a quest available in Footfall. We're going to finish up what we want to do in Footfall before we call an episode, so it could be a little bit depending upon what all is done.
I always keep my options open.
Hello, Opticon. Show the data slate. Collect the planetary data that may interest you. With respectful nod, the tech priest takes the data slate. The collected data is of interest, significant, compliant with the criteria of cooperation. The cognizant fleet thanks you for your contribution and guarantees the provisions of reciprocal service indulgence in the form of parts and equipment. Profit factor gained. Reporting the capital thread supplies to continue cooperation. Yeah, let's make a trade deal then. Oh my god, give me them. All right. So. I was like, why did that not work? Rep. Hide untradeable. You want holy gifts and heretic trophies. Let's see what we've got. Please keep scrolling. Thank you. It stopped for some reason. I was like, what the heck? Holy gifts, heretic trophies. Do 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 do. Holy gifts. Holy gifts. Holy gifts. Well, why is this not working? What the heck? There's some weird glitch going on here. Yeah, like not everything is clickable as it should be. Oh, found all our holy gifts. Okay, okay. Yeah, so like you have to click on two different sides. So like I have to click here and here. Let's make sure we just pump up our trade with these guys, shall we? It'd be so much nicer to be able to just like sort. Oh, like this maybe. We got a manual, more Medicae. It also grants toughness after Medicae is used. Plasma pistol, we'll take it. Manipulator, using reload for new weapon costs less. Take it. Precise las gun, give it to me. Large med kits, thank you. All right. Great. I mean, we have so much more rep to get with them. We need to get all the way up to 21, so I don't mind trading away a bunch of stuff there. I seek friendship. We've already read this, so I'm just yeah, I think we're good now. All right, now let's get to the next part of Footfall.
Left in the dust.
Quick question. Okay, yeah, we're gonna look for that. Unknown mechanisms quest available in the atrium. Who is that from? You can do it. That took a long time. Gotta be him, right? Like, he's the only one you can really talk to in here. The Emperor protects. I don't know why his voice vested to protect the Imperium's borders from the intrusions of the enemy's commanding, but would see fit to keep an ungodly Janus in their retinue. But I say to you, repent, young von Valancius, and pray the Emperor for forgiveness, for your soul has forevermore been stained with the taint of an outsider. There can be no virtue in which is contrary to his divine will. Just to busy studying the local architecture, seems she finds Footfall's bustle more interesting than Heronius' words. Your request has been fulfilled. The cultists in the Shadows Quarter have been cleared out. I didn't even notice that I was doing this still. A grim smile brightens his features, and he makes the sign of the Aquila. I hope that their suffering was commensurate with their deeds. Is it true that Din Ballardo was your parishioner and that he endowed the Drusians with donations? It is. Over the course of his life, the reprobate has burdened his soul with many vile and egregious acts. His confessions were akin to the grand catechism, listing humankind's eminent vices and enormities. It is also more painful for him to realize that of all the heinous acts he's committed, not one has been forgotten by the Emperor. Din Ballardo was afraid of death and what would await him after. He hoped to atone for his misdeeds, yearned to convince, if not the Emperor, then himself at least, that they'd been more than a conscious speck of malignant would may mold his entire life. Everyone deserves a chance at redemption. And it is true for miscreants above all others. The greater the transgression, the more miraculous the wondrous of repentance. I'd like to take a look at what the followers Drusius have for me. Imperial scroll, yes please, thank you. Rep, what do you want? You want holy gifts as well. Well, unfortunately for you, I ain't got any left. So, yeah, you just SOL, friend. Now, I want to go talk to the, what the hell? You're in deep, friend. You made some powerful people very angry. Southern Shadow Quarter quarantine on suspicion of stone plague outbreak. Quarantine breakers will be executed on site. Stop, no, wait. But I'm told us to make sure you're not seen around here again, and we will. Oh, it's the, oh god. Not exactly what I meant when I told them to get rid of the people that had the mutant. That's not what I meant. That's not, no, not what I meant. Oh dear.
Keep your wits about you.
Well, that's no. That's okay.
I always keep my options open.
Buddy, old pal. We need to talk about it, what I meant. The Lordship, the first ships from Janus have already arrived. The station is no longer facing famine or the predatory interests of the Shorta dynasty. I must admit, right up until the last moment, I did not believe that you would come to aid without an ulterior motive. Your ascension makes me wonder if life on the Koronus Expanse changed you in the utmost expected way. Man introduced himself as the House of Shorta, asked to have a word with me. Then, imagine the odds, somehow one blew his brains out. But I'm doesn't look surprised. The Anvers again, I presume. Those anarchical degenerates still carry whom they shoot, be it Sherman Awards or the employees of the House Shorta. I suspect that this agent wished to negotiate a deal that would have you refrain from hindering incendiary Shorta's effects to strangle us with threat of hunger and demand our disobedience, or obedience. If so, I don't believe I will be mourning the man's passing very long. There's only one person who stood to gain from this murder, you. If you're suggesting that those outlaws were acting on my orders, then I vociferously deny anything of the sort. However, you're merely alluding to the possibility that someone who cares about Footfall's face could have started a rumor on the lowers of the House Force 8 were looking to assert their authority on Footfall. Well, then your suspicions are entirely logical, as the man's inevitable death at the hands of the Anvers. That which you could not. I found and neutralized the Anvers agitator-in-chief. That's truly an astonishing accomplishment. Your lordship Footfall can now rest easy, at least until the next mad hoodlum makes himself known. Let's get down to business. Thank you for that. I'll take that. Let's look at the rep here. Heretical trophies. So show tradable. Wait, no, I don't want to clear. Heretic trophies and Xeno artifacts. Xeno artifacts and heretic trophies. Keep your eyes open, guys. Yell at me in the comments when you tell me that I missed a bunch of stuff. Heretic trophies, Xeno artifacts. Heretic trophies, Xeno artifacts. It's like when I scroll is when it messes up. It's so weird. I hate this. I also don't like how it kind of blurs a little bit as you scroll like this, because it's not smooth. Heretic tries Xeno artifacts. I don't even know if I have enough profit factor to even care to get really higher right now. I mean, I could get this stuff if I could get higher, but I think we're chilling. We're not gonna trade things that'll be better for other places to them. It doesn't seem like a good plan. Then I think we're pretty much done here. Yeah. Looks like it. Alright guys, well I'm gonna make my way back to the ship, and that's gonna do it for this episode. I'll see you all in the next one.